So I'm actually just going to get right into it. First of all, the first thing I want to say to anybody that's listening right now, I want to make sure that you listen to what everybody has to say, with everybody that has already spoken and everybody that's going to speak. We all have something very crucial that we are all waiting to hear. So make sure that you listen to every single one of them. But there is one major thing that every person that talks here today has in common. And I'm going to get to that here in just a second. But what I'd like to do here very first is talk to you about the 4 hurdles of stop. Now, the 4 hurdles of stop: the perfectionism, imposter syndrome, failure, and fear. I like to call it poof, kind of like, what the teenager says when you try to say something employment. They go, poof, whatever, right? But we're going to turn that into something a little bit different here. So first of all, what I'd like to talk to you is the P part and the hurdles of stop. Perfectionism. Perfectionism is definitely something that kind of attacks us. We don't really know exactly how it comes about, or it happens, but it does. We're waiting for that perfect time. I mean, how many times have you told yourself, I'm going to wait until this is the perfect time? I do it all the time. We do. We wait until the perfect situation. We wait for the perfect subject to come up so you can actually talk about it. We wait for the perfect product to be done and finished and make sure that's perfect. Why are we waiting so much and so long for the perfect thing to happen? Because you know what? There's nothing really that perfect that happens around here. I mean, if you're experiencing life right now, we know there's nothing that's perfect. So why are we waiting for perfect to happen? Instead of waiting for that perfect time, put your smallest viable product out there right now and just see what happens. You never know what's going to happen out there. That smallest viable product might be just exactly what somebody's looking for. And maybe we can get some feedback from other people. Okay, this isn't perfect, but let's take a look at this and tweak that, and maybe we can make something out of it. Do not be afraid to put something out there that's not perfect. That's why it's so important to get over the perfect hurdle of stop. That's why I really like calling that. We use perfection as it's like it stops us and it procrastinates. It turns us into procrastinators. And it's really kind of weird for me to talk about and hear perfectionism and procrastination in kind of the same sentence, but that's exactly what we're doing. We're procrastinating, waiting for that perfect time, but we know psychologically that perfect time is never going to come. So we're using it to distract ourselves and not put anything out there because we're scared to put something out there. Let's not be afraid to put something out there, no matter what it is. Could be a new product, could be a new podcast episode, it could be anything. But let's not wait for the perfect time, because without start, there is no finish. The second one, the part, imposter syndrome. This one, imposter syndrome, is something that has stopped me so many times. When I first got started in my entrepreneur adventure, I always talk down to myself. Who am I to do this? I'm just a guy. I don't have any degrees. I don't have a piece of paper with a signature on it saying I passed the test. Who is going to listen to me? And there's so many other people out there that people can listen to. Why is somebody going to listen to me? Let's not let that stop us, because with everything that we do, we gather experience. We don't just read a book and just blurt something out. We take those times to sit down and learn on time and learn what we need to learn now. And always remember, there is somebody 10% behind you that wants to know what you know. Use that as a tool to get over the hurdle of imposter syndrome. At one point or another, we all have some concept of imposter syndrome. Everybody is an imposter of some kind. If we can use that as an equalization for us to all understand that we're all in the same place, then we can get over the hurdle of imposter syndrome. For me, it took somebody else to tell me, Don't say that I have imposter syndrome. It's my imposter syndrome. Change those words. Don't own something that's so negative that we have to take it upon ourselves and it stops us from getting across the start line. So make sure we don't, we actually even talked about it. I heard Rob even actually talk about a little bit about imposter syndrome as I was listening to him speak. We all feel it at one point or another, sometimes all the time. We have to get over that hurdle of stop to be able to get on with our entrepreneur adventure or even start our entrepreneur adventure. Because without start, there is no finish. Now, the last two hurdles, I kind of combine those two. Number one, to save us a little bit of time, because I could do this all day if I really needed to. But two, they also tend to kind of get together. So we always have fear and failure. They always go together. We fear failure. Why do we fear failure so much? Because we don't want to have that negative experience. We don't want to feel that heat in our chest, or however everybody kind of feels. I always feel failure in my chest, kind of get that tight feeling. We have to understand that this is part of the process. This is part of what we do. There's going to be failure. And the sooner we accept the fact that we are going to experience failure, the sooner we could get over that hurdle of failure and get over that fear of failure to move on to with our entrepreneur adventure. As a matter of fact, there's an acronym that I use for FAIL. First attempt in learning. This more times than not, this is something we've never done before. So we got to understand that there's going to be room for failure. This is the first time we're doing it. Be ready for it ahead of time and understand and look at it and see, oh, I did this. Now that I know that this could happen during this time, if it comes up again, I'll recognize it. I'll be able to see it and understand that we can actually get over this failure, especially if it comes back again. We already know how to handle it. So let's handle that failure. But all of these come together under fear. We all fear. It's a type of fear. Now, there's different types of fears. I hope you understand that. This isn't going to be a saber-toothed tiger that's going to bite you in the rear end. Not that kind of fear, because that's the kind of fear that saves you, okay? Let's not get that mixed up. But we have to understand the fear that we're facing right now is something that's not real. As a matter of fact, the acronym for FEAR, false evidence appearing real. This is not something that's going to hurt us physically. So let's get over that hurdle of fear, because on the other side of that hurdle is going to be something great for you. The person that's watching this right now, get over that fear, the fear of imposter syndrome, the fear of perfectionism, the fear of failure, because on the other side of that fear is going to be greatness. It's going to be the thing that you're looking for. It's going to be the thing that you've been pushing so hard to be able to accomplish for not just yourself, but for your family, for anybody else that's going to be cheering you on, because they're looking for you. They're cheering for you right now. So remember, perfectionism. Let's not wait for the perfect time. Let's do it now. Imposter syndrome. Don't stop or don't start because you don't feel like you're worthy of starting. Don't feel like that you have to have some kind of special permission from somebody out there saying, okay, you can start now. Let's not wait for that. Let's just start. Failure and fear. Let's not fear failure. Let's use fear. Let's use failure as tools to guide us across the start line in our entrepreneur adventure. Because remember, without start, there is no finish. And the thing that actually combines us all together, the thing that all of us have in common, we all started. We all got across the start line in one way, shape, or form by overcoming the 4 hurdles of stop. I just listened to somebody just now who's overcoming those things and got her start. So congratulations on that. I'm really excited for you, and I want to keep tabs on you to see how things go for you. How we wrap this up? I'm going to wrap this up really in the way that my 6-year-old son, when he was 6, he said this, and he's 18 now, and we still live by these words today. I can, I am, I will, and I'm doing it today. The most important part of that part, the most important thing in that is we're doing it today. We're doing it now. We're doing it while we're thinking about it. Because what happens if we don't do it now? We don't do it. We think we have this special place in our brain where we have things that we're going to do. Instead of saying we're going to do it, let's do it and just see what happens. So make sure that we all move. We all get started. We start right now. As a matter of fact, well, we'll wait until this whole thing is over. But when this whole thing is over, when this speech is over, then go do something, because we want you to stay here till the finish. All right. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. That's awesome. I love it. I love your acronyms. We'll get back to those later in the roundtable. Wonderful, impassioned way of organizing all of this. Thank you so much, Skooby, for being here. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.